Hey guys, it's Megan with Vigilante Vibes Podcast, and today I want to talk about the characters in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man that we saw in the first two episodes that released like last night. Um, you're going to see a million and one Easter egg videos, and they're all probably going to say the same thing because there's only so many Easter eggs. And while they were all really great, I found that the Easter egg characters, I guess, were a little more exciting. So why don't we just get into it? So let's talk about Nico first and foremost. In the comics, Nico is a member of the Runaways, a group of teens whose parents are part of the Los Angeles-based supervillain organization known as the Pride. The daughter of the dark wizard Tina Minoru, Nico uses blood magic and the mystical staff of one to cast spells. So there's a lot of potential to see where she goes with that. I'm actually really excited, and I do hope that the show leans into that. Next one, Lonnie. I found him so charming. It's very different from the usual Peter Parker, who the most popular jock, hates on him. But I loved this. I loved it. Lonnie's comic counterpart was a classmate of Robbie Robertson, future editor of Daily Bugle. He actually is the one that succeeds James Jonah Jameson, rather than Peter. And he eventually turned to a life of crime as the Harlem-based gangster Tombstone, even before he was exposed to a chemical compound that made his skin as hard as rock. So, Tombstone, hard as rock. Pearl, Peter's love of his life, his old babysitter, which would be super weird if they dated, but who am I to judge? Actually, I'm in my right to judge. That would be weird. Pearl also has a comic counterpart debuting in 2019 as Wave, a Filipino superhero who wields water-based powers. She's a member of the Agents of Atlas, joining heroes like Cindy Moon, Silk, and Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. So Peter's internship at Oscorp introduces him to a range of characters from both the Spider-Man mythos and the broader Marvel universe. His fellow interns include Aisha, Amadeus Cho, and Gian Foucault, all of whom work on various projects under the supervision of Oscorp's Dr. Bentley Whitman and Dr. Carla Connors. So, starting off, in the comics, Aisha, a Wakandan, attended Wakanda School for alternative students and has the ability to manipulate light, either reflecting it or absorbing it to disappear at will. So that's actually pretty cool. Jean, known as Finesse, is a polymath who attended Avengers Academy and can learn skills, languages, and abilities at an extraordinary pace. She's also kind of a bitch in the show, but what can you do, I guess? Amadeus Cho, who I was actually really surprised to see, but really excited to see. He's a super genius who, after using gamma energy, transforms into the Hulk-like hero Brawn with enhanced strength. So I might make a video more about him later because I feel like he's super underrated in the comics. So I've always found him pretty cool. Dr. Carla Connors is a gender swap version of the Dr. Kurt Connors, an amputee who becomes the Spider-Man villain, the Lizard, after attending reptilian biology and using a serum to regenerate his lost arm. R.I.P. to that arm. Moving on, Dr. Whitman, who is primarily an adversary of the Human Torch and the Fantastic Four, is a brilliant inventor known as the Wizard. His scientific feats often seem magical, and as the leader of the Frightful Four, he uses a variety of weapons, including power gloves and anti-gravity discs. So that was a fun one to see. I was very excited about that. So this one isn't a huge deal, but I found it pretty funny. I'll just explain it. The opening credits feature a brief flashback to a disguised Peter Parker's wrestling match with Joseph Crusher Hogan, who first appeared in Amazing Fantasy number 15. In that issue, Peter sees Hogan as an opportunity to test his strength and earn some cash by staying in the ring for him for 3 minutes. The full fight is depicted in Marvel's Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man prequel comic number 2, written by Christos Cage and illustrated by Eric Gapster, where our favorite web-slinger triumphs over the former heavyweight champion in a backyard wrestling match. Crusher makes a brief appearance on TV in episode 2 just after Peter meets Dr. Connors. So, these are the characters, these are the Easter egg characters I found. If you guys found any others, please let me know, because I kind of actually really suck at the whole Easter egg finding thing. I had to watch quite a few times, and it's a little embarrassing. But we all have our flaws. So, let me know in the comments, who are you most excited to see? Where do you want to see them take that character? Tell me what you guys thought about the new 2 episodes of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man that's now on Disney+. So let me know in the comments, and have a marvelous day.